take her microwave, where our opinions are often off script, but always, always on brand. Happy Thursday, everyone. If you're new here, I'm your co-host Macy, and I'm starting the show off, as always, giving you guys a rundown of everything we'll be talking about before Janai joins us. This past week, guys, you know, we've been talking about it. We had the Super Bowl with the groundbreaking performance by Bad Bunny. I'm sure if you don't live under a rock, you know this. We had some interesting Super Bowl commercials. Overall, I think most of us can agree that the game itself was probably the least entertaining part of that night. Because of that, don't worry, we have some more NFL news. We'll get into something exciting. Some very early power rankings for next season, pre-combine, pre-draft. Clearly, you can tell we love football season. We're very excited. If you guys didn't know, the Winter Olympics are upon us. I don't know if you guys have been watching. We've seen some great performances. We've also had some sad stories. One of the top stories is Lindsey Vonn. Her return led to her further injuring her leg during the games. You guys know this. We've talked about women's ACL injuries on the show before. Unfortunately, you guys know we're based in LA. Juju at USC, we talked about her ACL injury. We'll get into Lindsey Vonn's later today. Also, the theme for tonight, if you guys can't tell, look at the title, look at the graphic, take a little peek, zoom in, see it all. There's a lot of details on there. I worked very hard. It's going back to the drawing board, as we said. We're in the off season for football, NFL, with injuries and teams and players across all sports, unfortunately falling a bit short, as well as some players even returning to college. Amari Bailey, we're going to get on to you. We're focusing on what everyone needs to do to win. Guys, I hope you did your homework. I hope you watched everything, because we're going to have a great conversation. I'm very excited. As always, don't miss the opportunity. Go down below. Get in the chat. We tell you guys this all the time. We want to have a productive conversation. If you're watching this after, no worries. Let us know what you think. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Alrighty, guys. Grab your popcorn, grab a snack, and let's go ahead and get started.
Hey, you guys can clap now.
And for the second week in a row, silence!
What was that? A round of applause? Hey! Guys, since it's Valentine's Day coming up, Macy doesn't know this, but surprise! We're going to ask the question to the big M over here. Dun, dun, dun. Valentine's plans?
Why would you ask me this?
We're trying to be in theme.
Something chill, maybe a little dinner, maybe a little exploring during the day. Something chill.
Guys, I totally forgot. NBA All-Star Weekend is literally this weekend. I guess we'll give them a little rundown segment at the end. I'm so sorry, NBA. It's been a lot going on, but we will get to y'all ad-lib at the end. If you're not watching live, totally okay. I'll give you guys a little cheat sheet if you want to skip through. Since it just happened, the Super Bowl, we'll talk about the NFL, of course. Why not? Y'all know a lot to say about that and the coaching staff and what has occurred. I guess we'll throw in the Winter Olympics because Lindsey won. And then, of course, NBA, saving the best for last. Or, no, I guess the combine before NBA. Then NBA last since, whatever. But, NFL. Seahawks won the Super Bowl. We're not surprised. We predicted it. If you guys watched the last video, and the video before that, and the video before that, and the video before that, we literally said, oh, what are the exciting teams in the playoffs? Who do you want to see? We knew. Their defense, number one. I think the main thing was people were saying it was boring. I don't think it was boring. Because I was happy. Like I told you, I was nervous for Sam. Not that I ever doubted you, but I was nervous.
Yeah, I wouldn't use boring, but I was definitely over there like, like fight back. But I was like, it was really like battle of the defense. That's why I feel like everyone thinks offense is more entertaining.
I hate that. Cause then you're gonna stop.
Yeah, so
so I think it was bad on the defense for a while. Then you know what? Then I feel like everyone turned it off. Like after halftime performance and like after halftime, they really wouldn't do much until like late in the third quarter, and that's when it got like a little bit more interesting. But not enough.
Yeah.
So I just feel like people probably didn't watch to that part.
Yeah, I think I was not mad because again, my team, the team I was rooting for, was winning, so like I was a-okay. But I will say it wasn't as electrifying as you would think. Like the Grand Prix of all games is. I understand that.
Yeah, you're like these are the two best teams, and
this is what we got.
But I was like, you know what? It was really back and forth, and that's what you like. You're like, these are really the two best teams.
Yeah, but I will say, like, as I've been saying, I'm not gonna speak for Macy. The Patriots offense did nothing for me. Like, I was, and mind you, I don't care what nobody says. Well, they got here. We say this every single week. I say this every single week. You do not have to be the best football team in the Super Bowl. They beat the Texans. If CJ Stroud just like, y'all know what I'm gonna say. If CJ just didn't CJ for 60 minutes, the Texans would have won.
Yeah.
If Bo Nix was the quarterback, the Broncos would have won. So like, I don't want to hear it. Like somehow the Patriots wiggled their way in, and we saw what happened. Like donuts until no.
I don't know. I was like, I was expecting a little bit more for Drake May in the sense that I'm like, okay, you had a few weeks, a little bit like teetering. This is the time to show up.
MVP,
literally
second,
literally
by 5 votes,
literally. So I'm like, you know what? That would put me on a pedestal. I'd be like, I really gotta show out this game. But then it just brought me back to earth because I was like, you know what? He's a rookie, and I feel like in your first year, you make it all the way to the
year.
Oh, your second year, make it all the way to the stage. I just feel like you're still new.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because I'm like, I was telling y'all Stephon Diggs, I really feel like out of everyone, this is really, he needed the most. So I'm like, I know that pressure was on him.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I'm just thinking like in Drake's eyes, I'm like, yes, you want to win this, but I'm like, you got longevity here. Like, you're still not terrible. You have so much to learn. Like, you'll be fine. But he was working. It just really showed that he's new to this, not true to this.
That's why I think the question is who is to blame. Like, we will get into the legacy question later, but I really think, not blame, but who should be held accountable? Because I think Drake May didn't play well, but also it's like your O-line was garbage.
Right.
Your O-line was garbage. But also, your offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, he didn't change anything. Like, you saw how they were at halftime, and you said, all right, let's go back out there with the same stuff.
I don't know. It's like, I feel like in that sense, yes, the responsibility is on you. You should change something. Yeah. But I can just
not as in the quarterback? Or
no, as in the offensive
coordinator.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I can imagine being so overwhelmed. Like, this is WordPress all season, and then all of a sudden, everyone's falling apart. It's like, do they just need a pep talk at halftime? Like, I don't know who else is on the bench for the O-line, and I know how hard it is to replace the O-line. Like, those are your guys. Yeah. So I understand like the hesitancy, but I'm like, some people was getting burnt out there, like tired.
Horrible,
burnt. Like
Campbell. Everybody said it, so we're not the first. We're not haters. Everybody has called him out.
No, literally.
The left side was just getting abused.
They're pulling up that clip of him being like, "I will fight and die."
No, they said a defensive player, all he has to do is get one sack, and he's in the NFL. We gotta work hard for 60 minutes, and we may not get anything.
Literally, they were like, "You're gonna be at Amazon."
At Amazon,
and everyone was like,
"No," he said, "You let in one sack, you're gonna be at Amazon." All the memes now of him at Amazon, FedEx, UPS. My God.
I feel bad too because I'm like,
no, I don't feel bad. He needed this.
No, I think he definitely needed it, but it's like, I don't know how they just really like crumbled.
But people have been saying their O-line has been bad all season. The coaching staff did nothing to fix that.
Yeah, and I feel like that's like when you're getting away with it and you're winning and you go 14-3, it's kind of like, how bad is it? Like, we're still working with it.
And like the prime example is out of 14 teams, 11 of their coaches got fired. Of the teams that they played. So 11 of those teams were not good. Hello? Like, everyone said the Patriots had an easy schedule. You don't have any good tier quarterbacks in the playoffs. All the god tier quarterbacks are out.
Yeah.
They should have won. That's fair. But like, not actually. Yeah. But like, logistically, But I'm glad the Seahawks won.
Yeah, no, for sure. The Seahawks, after that performance, I was like, you know what? It's really undisputed. I'm like, they were locked and loaded.
Yeah.
It was too good on their part. I was like, they really deserve this. Like, the whole time, I was like, you know what? It's really their game. They just look like the stronger team.
Yeah, and I think the defense looks way stronger. Like, obviously everyone has been shouting out Gonzalez the whole week.
Yeah.
As you should. He was putting his life on the line.
For sure.
But the Seahawks defense obviously is more complete. They just, from the start, I could tell. I was like, nah, this is wraps. I didn't think it would be all field goals. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it would be a little more like gunslinging, but I'm not mad because a lot of people said like Sam Darnold did nothing, JSN did nothing. Mind you, JSN went in like concussion protocol. He was bleeding, all these things, but like I guess that's the question. Like, did Sam Darnold do enough?
I feel like for some reason when we get to the Super Bowl, everybody forgets like what these players have done to get there. So my thing is like just because like maybe like there was more pressure put on another player, like the kicker was his time to shine, like he helped them stay in the game. I'm like that doesn't discredit everything that Sam Darnold, JSN has done the rest of the season.
Right.
Like, it just may not have been their game to shine.
I agree.
And I'm like, we can't discredit the other team. Like I'm like their defense had some hot moments. So I'm like, it was a great battle. I think people were expecting it to be more exciting, and it's easy to be like, oh, they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I'm like it's not like they played terribly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was watching Jason try to get open. Like sometimes they were just locking him up. I can't even lie.
And then you have a great running back, so hey, you don't need to rely. I agree. Like I feel like with sports, you just have to know when is your moment.
Yeah.
And I think if the running game is abusive, just keep using that. Like you don't need to force the throwing. Like because y'all know Sam, he led the league in interceptions, so we love him. But like if you force him to throw when he doesn't need to, it's gonna relate to turnover. So I think like, okay, you don't need to do this. You don't need to be Superman. Just play smart. I love that. Like I know a lot of people like, bro, they're commenting on all the JSN videos. He didn't even do anything. Mind you, he had 2 catches for this. Like, does it matter? Offensive Player of the Year, mind you. Offensive Player of the Year. Relax.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks that came out right before because it's like then people are like, oh
yeah,
yeah.
I was expecting it every game.
I feel
but
that.
He didn't need to, which I think is crazy. Like I know Ken Walker's legs were
for sure
burning up.
I know he was
burning. No, literally.
Like,
y'all got some oxygen.
Literally.
Well, do you agree with him being the MVP of the game?
That one was hard because yes, I feel like he did a phenomenal job. He did great.
Yeah,
he showed up when they needed to.
Yeah.
But you can't discredit the kicker.
I totally agree.
And that one was hard because it was like at the end of the day, I feel like especially when like in that position, it's really on you. Like you get blamed for a lot. So for your kicker to be so poised and keep you in that game, it does hurt that he didn't get the credit. I don't know. I understand it could have gone both ways. But especially in a low-scoring game like that, I'm like, why not give it to the kicker?
Mind you, he scored all the points until they scored the touchdown. I couldn't believe. Mind you, let me see. Has the Super Bowl MVP ever went to a kicker?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, maybe it's just one of those awards that it's like they don't even consider like.
But that's the problem. Like with regular season MVP, like I hate that. It's like, oh, it's gonna be a quarterback most likely.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that so much. A kicker has never won Super Bowl MVP, and mind you, like. As we said, I agree, like, Kenneth did amazing. Like, he was on the bench most of the season, or, like, getting reps here and there. So, like, to come and play when your main running back is hurt, phenom. But, I get it, though. Like, he was getting them in position to kick. But the kicker, iced. Yeah. Iced. Not one missed kick, not one funky, oh, is it going to go in? Jason, you were robbed. But I think it's, like, beautiful when you have options. Yeah. And it's not just like, oh, it's going to go to the quarterback. But it's like, we can choose skill positions. Yeah. Because Devin Woods will be like 2 sacks, a fumble. You should have gotten it. I don't know.
It's just one of those things where like you kind of just know it's probably gonna go to like quarterback, wide receiver, running back.
Sam deserved glory, but not.
I agree. I'm like, if they gave it to him, I would have been like, I feel like you're just.
I think everybody would have rioted.
For sure, it's like we love him, but it's like I would have been like, it was not your game.
But I'm glad. Like I've seen a couple interviews with Jason Myers, the kicker, so like I know that other people are giving him recognition. Like, okay, like we recognize you do great, and like they're interviewing him, so he's like, I'm getting my shine. But okay, Kenneth, like. K9, whatever they call him. At least he's getting a little something.
For sure.
Now about that halftime performance. We kind of heard her thoughts in the intro, but if you skipped it,
Shade.
What were your thoughts?
Honestly, I loved it, but I had to go back and watch it again. I had my mom in my ear asking me to translate and a bunch of stuff. So when I first saw it, I was like, okay, I thought it was a commercial at first. I was like, because it was like, you know, the way he did it was like, you know, a pre-clip or whatever. But I'm like, the production was beautiful. You really do have to go back and watch it again because all like the little things that he tells in the stories, like, and you have to like talk about it with people. Just like, I was just so proud of like everything he did despite like what's going on. Like, if you guys have been like watching and like keeping up with Bad Bunny, like just the threats he's been receiving and to still go out there and put on a phenomenal performance. Like his dances were all beautiful. You could really tell he was trying to like cater to like the Latin culture, and I'm like, it was literally so beautiful. Even when he like said all like the Latin American countries, I like to remember that. And you know, even there's so many countries that get left behind, and he just showed so much like love in a country that's unfortunately been showing so much hate. I was like, it was so beautiful.
Literally, I was crying.
Literally, like music choice, and even like I know a lot of people are like, why was Lady Gaga up there? But I'm like, even like her being able to celebrate the culture, I think he was just the story he told was beautiful, and the way he like incorporated people, like even the wedding,
the proposal, the boxers,
it was details. So good. Like it was such a good performance.
I agree. I think like a lot of things I didn't understand just because it's not my culture, but then I like go on TikTok and see like, oh, like when we were a kid, we used to sleep on those chairs.
Yes, and I'm like,
things
black
that
people,
I was being
like
educated about.
Yeah, I'm like, it's so funny like to see like the mixed culture. I'm like, black people used to go in the back room,
right? Exactly.
During the party, so
it's just so cute. And like you said, like the wedding, the proposal, the boxers, like they had a Mexican boxer, and I think Puerto Rican boxer too, and like just having little details that matter to them, and like seeing people on TikTok and like, my country, my flag's on the Super Bowl, like, he said my country, like families reacting, like I was like, this is like America is not like English, like everybody always says, like since I was young, like melting pot, like that's how I always grew up to know America as, and like this was really like melting pot.
It was fun to like be able to like look up things and like kind of educate like yourself on like even like a different history, because I feel like a lot of it gets glazed over, especially like in school. Like even him holding like the Puerto Rican flag, like they were talking about the blue in it, and how I was like learning about that. I was like, that is so cool. Like I never knew that, but I was like, he gave a phenomenal performance. I'm so glad that people had to go back and kind of like look up the lyrics to his songs and kind of like learn something, because I'm like, I feel like we're always like so used to people like just kind of catering to us and like being like, oh, like let's put the translations on here, but to have to go out of your way and be like, let me actually like look into it and appreciate this culture, I think was phenomenal. I'm so glad he didn't speak any English. Like,
literally, like I'm glad it was all for him. Like and it was like literally the grass being people.
Yes,
like,
that was so. It was so
and seeing
good.
the behind the stage, like getting ready to be grass for Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, even I saw people were like, oh, like why didn't Cardi B perform? Why didn't he have like J Balvin or like Daddy Yankee, like a bunch of these people? And I was like, I think he really was trying to tell a specific story, and I think like a lot of the songs he has with those artists are just like kind of like fun, like dancey songs, and it's easy to like glaze over like history and things, and like you're just like, oh, I love the beat, but I'm like this, like even without like knowing what he's saying, if you don't speak any Spanish, like you still are able to like watch the story and get it.
I feel like you can evoke emotion just like being present. And even like at the end where it's like, America, we're all one, or I forgot what he said, but something like that. And then in the screen, like nothing more powerful than hate. Wait, what is it? Love is more powerful than hate. Something like that. I was like,
no, literally. My favorite part was everybody with the flags and singing Divi Terrar.
Yes, at the end.
That was so, just like
I thought he was going to sing it more, but I'm glad he didn't. Like, he didn't cater to what people wanted to hear.
I loved hearing the people sing. It was like so united, and I feel like a lot of times, like, even though like people like have similar backgrounds, like you would like so easily like just split up. But it was so beautiful.
I feel like if you were in the arena at the end when they started singing that, bro,
I would have been crying. I love that.
Straight rocks coming out of my eyes.
It was such a good performance. I did get annoyed that everybody was like spreading misinformation about like the little kid who was supposed to be himself was like
I was like, There were so many things where they're like, oh, he was previously like arrested by ICE. Oh, this was supposed to be him when he was younger. I'm like, do we know?
Literally, I was like, why are y'all just yep.
Literally, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm a bulletproof vest. Like, why are we? What are we
Can
talking
we
about?
Focus on what he's trying to tell us right now.
Oh yeah, oh my days.
But it was such a good performance. It's just one of those to like stick with you.
Sorry guys, my computer's dying, and I was like, oh wait, what's going on?
Why are we getting slower?
But yeah, I agree. Like, it was beautiful. They were like, next year is gonna be Shamar.
Somebody said like, oh, Natalie Nunn can perform with like. Oh, they said
a lot,
there's
bro.
this girl like her name is Jocelyn. She's on like Zeus and she's Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, why did he invite her to perform? And she got in the comments actually was like, it's okay, like she's like shout out Bad Bunny, but like
please,
she's never getting the chance, like.
Please. Bro, they're playing so bad. They're like, next year gonna be BTS. Bro, they're so funny, but I'm glad he did that. Like, this was like pivotal, honestly.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay-Z, because I know he's like in charge of that.
Yeah, I was like Rock Nation.
You did your big one.
For sure.
Speaking of big ones, some Super Bowl commercials, you got me. Some of them, I literally said, what is this? Super Bowl commercials used to be like fun.
Yeah.
Like, you look forward to them like, nah, like this, the Doritos ones.
That one Tubi one where it turned off the screen, I still think about that. That was a good
like
commercial.
Where are the marketing coordinators? I'm sorry, but like Svedka, have you seen theirs?
I didn't.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Honestly, I was like just disappointed because there were very few that stuck with me. Like even my dad was like, did we even see any commercials? It was so easy to like glaze over them.
You don't even need to like everyone go on YouTube and Google this. YouTube and Google. Look up the Svedka commercial. I'm not even gonna play the sound, but like it's a robotic commercial basically, and the robots are drinking Svedka. That's literally it. Like they just drink it and dance.
I did hear there was a lot of like AI and just kind of like whatever.
But literally, like, who was your demographic? Like, robots drinking alcohol? What? Who? Why would this convince me to buy this? It makes no sense. Shake your boss off. Like, I was like, is this targeted toward Gen X? What?
Yeah, I don't.
This was terrible.
I feel like a lot of the commercials just missed the mark.
So
like,
bad.
Even people were talking about like the Ritz one and how I was like trying to be political, and I was like, I didn't gather that, but maybe it is. Like, there was a lot. I don't know if people were reading too much into them or like they just weren't entertaining, so people were trying to create like a backstory or whatever.
Just horrible.
But there's a lot. I think my favorite one, because it's like a meme on TikTok, is probably the Mike Tyson one.
Oh
where
my
he was like,
god!
I was so fat.
I was chubby, fudgy.
It was so funny because everybody was like, "Why would they play this?" And then like stuffing my face with.
And he's a liar, bro. They're like, I was eating a tub of ice cream every hour. They're like,
no,
what?
I was like, what are
a tub of ice cream an hour?
No,
they're like, you didn't even have the money for that.
I was like, well, what? I literally was like, what is this commercial for? And then I feel like there's so many brands that I'm like, why did you have a commercial during this time?
Hello.
Like there was like a Dove commercial and it was like about like body like shaming and like body image, and I was like, I just feel like this isn't the time. Like,
and back to the Mike Tyson one. Who sees him as a figure, like, to talk about that?
Yeah, because I'm like, you're so fit. Like, you've been an athlete. Like, I don't want...
And you're also borderline grimps.
So it's like...
did we get the right guy? Like, I don't know. I like the Lay's one. Did you see, like, they're like, scan the Lay's.
Yes,
scan the QR code. And, like, if we don't get it to you within 72 hours, something, like, it'll be free. Like, you get a year's supply. While I was scrambling and I scanned it, but they were like, oh, we maxed out. I liked it because I was like, free chips.
Yeah, it makes you like,
hello. Yes, like they did. And the Chipotle one.
Yeah, the Chipotle one, that was good. There was just a few that I was like, what's going on? I saw like, I thought the Benson Boone and Ben Stiller one, I thought it was funny. It was just because you know Benson Boone's known for doing backflips. That one was a little funny.
That's why I feel like I didn't understand.
I missed a lot of them. I had to go back and look for them. There was a Bud Light one with like, Post Malone that I thought was a little funny.
I gotta watch that one.
But other than that, I was like...
You failed me, Brandon.
I was like, what's the brand that used to do that one that was always sad with like the truck and the dog? I don't think I saw that one.
There are a lot of ones. I did not see a Dorito one.
Yeah, my mom was like, where's the Dorito one?
Like Cheez-Its, like
Oh,
with
yeah.
the big cheese wheel that will roll around.
Yes,
Like,
I just saw a Ritz one,
lot.
and I was like, why is Ritz on here? I don't feel like I ever see a Ritz one.
They need me because everyone is craving nostalgia. Literally, they're saying 2026 is the new 2016. Marketing coordinators, lock in or hire us because please, speed up.
It was just forgettable this year, unfortunately.
So
and I feel like
in the past years,
during a game like this, you guys could have profited so much, especially with people who don't like football and are just watching because it's the Super Bowl.
Right.
You could have profited so much about with having an entertaining commercial.
Nothing stood out to me. On the bottom, all of you. Now, speaking of bottom, I feel like we should talk NCAA players going back to us, but we'll throw an NFL combine really fast because the meat. Right now we're at the appetizer. We'll save the meat for later. So if you skipped to this part of the show, you're watching live. Welcome. NFL Combine full list was released, I believe, 3 days ago, if I'm correct. And y'all know about 5 or 6 USC Trojans were selected. But we did have 17 seniors this season, while a couple of them decided to stay in college, like Devin, Jaden, few. But there are a few critical pieces that weren't invited to come out. Depends on who you ask. Now, for those invited to the combine, no. Ooh, we'll go back over the power range. Y'all know all over the place. Makai, Jacoby, Lake, Anthony Lucas, Eric Bishop, Kamar Ramsey. That is 7 USC Trojans. Former Trojans, Damani Jackson, and please, Sierra surprisingly was not invited, but maybe, I don't know. The combine is, it is how it is. It's political and, based on whoever they choose. But any snubs? Well, I guess I'll talk about who wasn't there. Notably, the Carlos Nicholson. No?
It's not that. Okay, here's the thing. I was telling Janine
It's
before.
the best of the best.
It's like, I felt like if you weren't invited to a bowl game, I'm not shocked to see you not invited to the combine.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I felt like there were some moments where he just wasn't consistent enough for me personally. And I feel like
and understand.
it should.
Yeah. I forgot who else. I have my list, guys. I can't remember. But the Carlos was one of them. But do you agree with the USC Trojans that were selected?
I think every single one that was selected is the ones we've been watching all year.
Yeah.
And I'm not shocked by any of them. I think it's all well deserved. These are the ones that I always look for.
DJ.
He didn't get a lot of playing time at USC. He didn't get a lot of playing time. That was not shocking. He didn't get a lot of playing time. USC did not use him. He barely got out there.
Yeah.
It's just it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, I just feel like
I'm not saying he was snubbed.
I don't think you were snubbed.
Yeah.
I think you knew that.
Yeah.
I just think you do. I think you gotta use that pro day to do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Like the guys on here are like your starters, the people you can rely on, like
game changers.
Yes.
Game changers.
Like it's the people you always hear about.
Yeah. A game without Lake. Oh my days. A game without Jacoby. A game without Eric. A game without Bishop. It's like we saw games without Bishop and Kamar.
And those were terrible games.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of perplexed just because I don't know if you guys watched our last episode, but we did go to the Shrine Bowl and there were a lot of Trojans that are on this list that were invited but practiced but didn't play. So obviously I assume they're going to be at the NFL Combine because it is the NFL Combine. But in the past, as of last year and 2 years ago, like notable players like Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, they didn't play or they didn't throw. They just like talked with teams and then got their height and weight measured. But people have said like who wants 32 doctors?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not even 32, it's more. 32 teams with each doctor. So we don't even know how many doctors are poking and prodding and lifting yourself and examining you. I don't know if the players are going to go through that just because some of y'all didn't play in the Shrine Bowl.
I don't think any player on this list from USC has done enough to say that.
I think Makai has.
Makai
to not like do the catching drills, but I think he will.
I think he will. I'm talking about not getting picked in like
broken property.
Yeah.
I think they
Makai's
should get rid of that completely.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think that's terrible, but because it's a part of it, I'm like, right now, none of you. Makai's definitely has the most like leniency with that.
Yeah.
I just always get nervous because official measurements.
Oh
like
yeah.
He's undersized.
Is
and
he
I'm not gonna hear it.
5'11"?
Or is he 5'9"?
Because DJ is 5'11", so we're gonna see. Oh, okay. I'm definitely nervous, honestly, but I think I'm nervous for Eric because there's like, I think there should be one main NFL doctor that just does it for everybody. One guy hired by the league to do it and then give it to all the teams. But for Eric, I'm nervous because, when they find injuries or they find like things like, like they were gonna trade, what's the name? Like in the NBA, they were gonna do a trade and they're like, oh, you didn't pass our team physical. I'm nervous because he's been injured a lot. He's had multiple concussions. In soccer, it's 3 concussions, you're out. Football, y'all know they don't care about the brain. But I'm just nervous for him. I'm nervous for Kamari and Bishop because they were sidelined for the most important games of the season. Yeah. I don't even know the injuries. Ankle, knee, we don't even know. But like, obviously we hope they're better now. I'm nervous to see like what the doctor finds. Are they healed? Did they rehab well?
No, literally. The only thing that I think saves Eric is that they're so interested in him right now just because of like height and the fact that like there's no linebacker that really has a similar like height as him.
He needs to beef up.
For sure, but this is something we've been saying for years.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's a little too late. Like still can do it, but it's like you should have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that would be the only thing that saves him. I feel like the rest of the guys, if you are injured, I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we've seen like Bishop and Kamari, I'll ride for them to the death, but I don't know what their injuries were, and I haven't seen them really play. Like,
I haven't seen them since.
So I don't know. The biggest one for me though is Anthony Lucas. You didn't play at the Shrine Bowl. You opted out.
Didn't see you at practice.
Literally, now I see you on this list. I haven't really heard about you.
Yeah.
And then like he was out on an injury, came back, had a good year, but I wanted a little bit more for him.
Yeah.
Now he declares, and I'm like, it's just for me, it's a question mark.
Yeah. I think he will play well, but I think his peak is high. Like we've seen, like greatness peaks, but I think. I don't know, it's one of those like you gotta,
for sure,
consistency and effort. I think I'm most excited for Lake. Let me say I'm shocked to see him on this list because I don't think he got enough love. Like
I agree.
Nationally, I didn't think people knew Lake respectfully, but we were always like Lake is underrated. Like always thought that since day one. And Macy has been saying like tight ends are so crucial to scheme. We've seen it with the freaking Eagles. We've seen it with a million teams. So I'm happy for like
I saw. That's the first game I looked for when I saw this
real ski.
I'm so excited for him. I hope he does phenomenal because we've literally been saying like just with a good tight end coach, like this is your guy. Like he's going to get up and get the ball. Like he's gonna go for it.
Right, and he's huge.
Yeah, literally.
Like a little scary. This one I'm kind of shocked about Kyle Ford because
I will literally die on the hill.
But like
nobody, like let me just tell you guys,
like,
this man had a
mini camp,
like broad shoulders. He was going to block. Okay, he could get down the field, catch the ball. He's pretty.
Literally,
I feel like they just out on something. Like, I couldn't believe it when it was like just over before it even started.
I can't believe Kyle Ford didn't get signed. I can't believe he's not on a team. I know there are teams that need him.
For sure.
If y'all are watching, you don't know, just Google right now. Kyle Ford. You will see his size and his build and his stature. And you can think of 5 teams off the dome that need him as a tight end.
Exactly.
Off the dome. Ravens. But I will say, the combine, I don't see any snubs. I know there are always fans that feel that they were snubbed. How do you feel about Zach Branch making it? I guess that is like the most notable Georgia player that was invited.
I think Zach Branch, we knew this. He was talked about so much during the Georgia season. Very electric player. Again, like he's undersized, but I feel like because you went to Georgia, you came from USC, 2 big schools that were getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
I feel like he did enough during the season, and he had all the hype. So I feel like he should be here. He should get the opportunity.
I think I'm nervous for him and Mekhi. Like, obviously, I love Mekhi. I'm a huge fan, but again, it's about the size. And we've said this a million times. The NFL is a big boy league. Mekhi's a dog. Like, we know, like, he practices how he plays. His heart and effort is always there. But, you know, we will see how he sizes up against NFL competition. Obviously, I would love to have him on the Ravens. And I just feel the same way for Zach Branch because he's even shorter. We don't know his true height. I guess we'll see when they do the measurements. But, again, like, we've seen speedsters in the drafts, speedsters in the combine, and they have super speedy, but they're undersized, so then they just use them as special teams. And then their career doesn't go anywhere just because they're fast. It's like, they're undersized. So I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I think Zach is talented, but size matters when you're going against a DB who's 6'4", 6'2". Like, we've said this a million times. T. Higgins is 6'4". He's gonna catch the ball on you if you're short.
He's just one of those that it's like, you can tell he could be a great wide receiver. It's just he doesn't have the height.
Yeah.
He's too, like, he's not slow enough to be a running back. He might just get placed in the special teams. Like, and he does well there. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But I know, like, for a player like that, that's not enough for him.
Yeah.
So it'll be exciting to see what he does, where he goes.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds like mean, but I think he can make his way on a team. Like, as a wide receiver 4, maybe. I guess we'll see how it plays out. I'm always nervous about the undersized guys. Even the safeties, like Kamara's on the shorter side, Bishop's on the shorter side, but people always say, well, Honey Badger was 5'9". Yeah. Like, Honey Badger's an anomaly. Like, everybody knows Tyrann Mathieu is like elite. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Obviously, not everyone can be Honey Badger, but I think if anyone is Bishop and Kamara. For sure. Dogs, let me say.
It's just such dogs. Like, guys, you don't even know. If you didn't watch USC, I was never worried about them.
Also, Oregon's tight end, y'all, the one that bullied us, Sadiq. I forgot his first name. Kenyon. Oh my God. I know he's going to do well in the league. It was so, every catch, I said, please, we need some taller corners.
That's one of those, like, Kincaid players.
PTSD.
Where you're just like, just give it to him. Hurry up and score so we can get it back. Thanks.
Just get out the way. But guys, we're circling back to NFL just quickly because I forgot. We're looking at the power rankings. Dare I say, bogus. Mind you, this is Fox Sports. So, Ralph, come to the front. I don't want to mispronounce your last name, so I won't say it. But if you guys want to follow the article, we're reading 2026 NFL Power Rankings. Way too early. Look at how every team stacks up. Go to the first. Go. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. This is who they think the number 1 team is going to be next season. I'll give you 3 seconds to guess. Did you say the Broncos? I know you didn't. I know you didn't. There's no way this man wrote this article and said, yes, the Broncos, Denver Broncos are going to be back, and they're going to be number 1 in the league. I know they've been writing this for clickbait. I know it.
It had to be. I scrolled and I said,
ain't no way.
I don't know.
Ain't no way.
It's like, and y'all know I was a Bo Nix hater at the beginning of the season. It's just I wouldn't. We're number 1.
Yeah. Like if we go back and we say, okay, the Broncos beat the Patriots. Yeah. Do the Broncos beat the Texans? Well, the way that CJ Stroud.
Yes, the Texans that we saw play. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
But a healthy Texans team.
Anybody beats 4 interceptions.
Yeah. A healthy Texans team. Frick no.
Healthy as in, you have Nico Collins.
Yeah.
And you have CJ.
And CJ's back
in the sense that.
No.
I agree. I think the Texans defense is way better.
For sure.
And we saw how the Texans defense exposed Drake May, and he's a second year, same as Bo Nix, and they're young, and he looks not ready. He looked young.
Yeah.
I think there's no way.
That's why I was like,
number 1.
I think that's crazy.
Now the Rams being number 2, I'm not mad at it, but number 2 in the whole NFL.
I think number 2 is a little high, but I'm like, Matt,
he's a dog.
If you have the same season, you're better.
Yeah, and you have the same receivers.
Yeah, because he was
dog
phenomenal.
But I will say, like, we have seen it time and time again in the NFL. Teams never stay together.
Yeah,
like there's salary cap, there's free agents, there's rookies, and they need to get signed and paid. So I'm nervous for both of these teams because can they keep the same guys?
Exactly. I'm like, there's so much going on.
I don't think so. I think the Rams are not dumb. They're gonna keep their top 3. They're gonna keep Devontae.
Sure.
They're gonna keep Puka. Stafford said he's coming back. But it's like, is your O-line going to be intact? How are their knees looking? Is your defense going to be as great? How's your pass rush? But Seahawks being 3rd, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Because I think they're not dumb and they're going to say, let's pay everybody.
No, literally.
Please.
You have a season like that, you're like,
We need to. I'm nervous though because I'm only nervous for Sam, not like doubting him, but like, actually no. He did 14 games last season. You know what, Sam? My fault. I think the Seahawks come back. Top 5. Mike McDaniels is a phenomenal coach. I'm not even going to doubt it. Patriots being number 4, laughable. And I forgot to say this about Drake May and his performance. A lot of people have said, rightfully so, you got here, you were second running for MVP, you can do it again. But it's so hard to do it again.
For sure.
Like, I'm not saying it's on Drake May at all, but like, look at your O-line. Look at, if they don't make shit shake, I don't think they're gonna be back here again.
No,
and obviously, like, he's young and this, that, and the third, but Josh McDaniels literally changed nothing. That whole game, he changed nothing. So if they're that readable, there's no way you're gonna be top 5. I'm sorry.
Plus, we said there's so many like notable quarterbacks that missed out this year. This was your year to do it. I don't know if you'll see it next year.
Lamarski, Joe Burrow.
Literally. There's just a few that I feel like want it more. Like, again, with the thing, he's young.
Don't let Justin Herbert get 1 playoff win.
Oh, God.
Y'all know he had 0. Don't let Justin Herbert get 1.
Justin Herbert
Then
said,
you're
all
in
right,
trouble.
y'all are talking about me. Let me get out here.
They literally got Mike McDaniels for Justin Herbert. Don't let him get played. Sorry. This is so unreasonable. Sorry. Eagles being top 5, I'm not mad at it. I just got to see how their new OC calls plays because I can't tell you nothing right now.
At all.
I'm
there's
sorry.
nothing to speak on. It's like, this is a team you know can do it.
Yeah.
You're just like, the performance was terrible.
Yeah. And y'all, again, whoever the owner is, GM, both of y'all are dumb for keeping KP the whole season. You said, no, he's week 3, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9, week 10. Like, huh? And they were mad that people went in X's house. They were trying to tell you something. Let me digress. Bills being 6.
Yeah, that one's a crazy one. I can't lie.
New head coach, new OC. But I mean, the head coach was promoted from within. So, I guess, I don't know, guys. I'm not mad. I think I'm just
It's just like, I think after their performance and everybody being like, this was his chance and Josh Allen didn't come through.
Yeah.
It just makes me look at them differently. So for them, they're just, I mean, I would have given them a smooth maybe 8.
Yeah.
But
I think 6, you're bugging.
You're pushing it.
We'll see, because mind you, again, he don't have no receivers. But, like, he's gotten, as far as he's gotten every season with lack of help, actually James Cook, best running back in the league as of 2025. So let me not say no help. But without deep threats receivers, he's gotten far. Kincaid and James Cook got him there, let me say. But he doesn't have anything. So to put him 6, bogus. Y'all, I'm not going to go through the whole list, but Jags at 7, not mad. Ravens at 8. Should be higher, but I get it. It's an entirely new staff. Chargers at 9, Bears at 10. Bears should be higher.
Agreed, completely.
No.
Bears had a phenomenal season.
Why are the Chargers? They didn't even win a playoff.
Like, are we just excited? It sounds like we're just excited for what could be.
It's truly laughable. I can't believe it. And I haven't seen the Bears make any moves. So to put them at 10, no. They should be 8. Minimum. Actually, I think 8 is safe because the Bears are known to just mess around.
Yeah.
Because Keenan Allen's just gonna be on that team. Just saying.
It should be.
Just saying. But hey, they're cool with what they got. Now, guys. Chat, be active, please. Now we'll talk about the meat and the bones. Martin Bailey, court is in session. I mean, he's not the only one. But if you guys don't know what we're talking about, a lot of NBA players, G League players that have played overseas, that either, is it 4 wins, I guess, because they 4 gold. They forwent their college eligibility. Say that 3 times fast. Either 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever, to go to the league or to play professionally. They are coming back to the NBA or to college basketball because there was a ruling that occurred, and the judge was like, "Oh yeah, like you didn't technically use all your eligibility, so you can come back." And now everybody's coming. There's a guy for Bama, Charles Mediaco, and then Amari Bailey has been looking at teams. There's another guy, I can't remember his name. He was like the first. Oh, forgive me. But there are multiple examples. Now, we will talk in depth about this, but first reactions always.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
I don't ever support this one and done stuff. There's very few people that I feel like can do it. It's just when you gotta think there's so many people that are playing NCAA basketball, men's basketball. Then you try to get to the NBA. There are very few slots. We see the draft. The draft is quick. And then I'm like, it's so easy to get filtered into the G League that I'm like, a one and done, you have to have the most phenomenal season. You have to be so mature, so developed in your game. I don't even know why he went after one season. Like, personally, I remember watching him play, and I was like, he's not bad, but like, he's not starting for any team that I know of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why he did that in the first place. I feel like it's not going to work out well for him. You get there, you declare, you come back. I see he's looking at Grand Canyon. I don't know. I just feel like it might be the end for him.
Yeah. I feel that way about a lot of players. Like, I don't think Isaiah Collier should have went one and done, but like,
he's
balling.
I was really
but I
nervous
feel
about
like
that
it's so rare. Like, Jalen Hands, I think he should have stayed in college longer. Josh Christopher, I think he should have stayed in longer. Like that whole draft class, like Jalen Green is probably like the most successful out of all of them, but even then he's bounced around a couple times. Like, I feel weird because there are cases where it's like Cooper Flag, for example, oh, you didn't even need, or like LaMelo Ball skipped college entirely, but he went professional and like got experience against grown men that played totally different style of basketball and then came to the NBA. So I feel like it's so different, and I feel bad saying like they shouldn't do it because it's like if nobody's gonna believe in yourself, you need to. Like if you feel like you're ready, you need to go bet on yourself. But you also have to be reasonable. Like Zaire Reid, bro, he should have did all 4 years of school. Like I mean he did try the G League Unite way, but like even then people say like Scoot Henderson is like a bust and he got robbed. And man, I don't know.
I'm like, that's even how I feel about Bronny. I'm like,
shouldn't have did 1 year.
I don't think 1 year was enough, and I think we're seeing that. Luckily, his dad is still able to help him, but I'm like, everyone is not that fortunate. I'm like, this Amari Bailey thing really like pisses me off because I'm like, if you watched him, you were like, you just look at this player, you're like, okay, like a few more years, like
like you averaged 17 points in the playoffs or what is it, March Madness, but like. That's 17, but you're a freshman, like, do it again.
Literally, I'm like,
again.
The biggest thing for me, I always say is consistency. Like, 1 year, that's not consistent enough for me. Like, you have to know, like, oh, I'm going to get drafted. Like, you have to think, like, I might be going to the G League. Like, how am I going to prove and, like, constantly get... You're basically constantly fighting for a spot. Yeah. Because you're not developed yet.
Yeah. I feel like the problem is, like, hype. Like, everybody knew Amari Bailey before he got to college. Like, I knew who Amari Bailey was. I wasn't even living on the West Coast. I knew... Bro, like, I seen edits of him, YouTube clips, all that. Like, everybody knew who he was. Then he goes to college, has a pretty notable March Madness run. I think the hype gets to you. Like I said, Josh Christopher, Jalen Green, all of them, they were like, let's all go together. Like,
you gotta know when to take a step back and say.
That's why I feel like it's hard. Because then it's like, oh, Isaiah Collier. I was like, why is he doing that? But hey.
But I think if you watch like Isaiah, I was like, low key, Isaiah, there was times where nobody was on, and he was like, I'm taking this to the rim every time. Yeah. And you could see, like, oh, he low key, he doesn't play like a freshman.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. It's just hard because it's like when now that you're allowed to come back, it's like you're starting over. Yeah. It's literally like from square one. It's like, how are you going to play now here? It's like you have more experience, so people are still expecting you to be so great.
Which I feel is weird. Like we've said before, age doesn't make you better.
Yeah.
But then it's like Noah Farrakhan, who's been in college for like 6 years, and other players, Graham Ike, 5-6 years at Gonzaga. Like, oh, are you pushing it, or like, are they really trying to maximize growth? Like, I think there's like always two ends of the extreme, but I don't like this one bit. I'm not gonna lie. But like, are we like taking away their redemption arc by saying like, I don't like, you can't get redrafted.
No, that's why I'm confused. I'm like, how's this gonna work? Because it's like, okay, are you like coming back for a year? Like, are you coming back to do the whole thing? And then what? Because it's like, okay, you were able to do well.
Can you get redrafted?
I'm guessing you have to. Because I'm like, how would you get back into the league? Because it's like, if you're sitting here and you're playing in college, it's like, okay, he did way better. Now what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of uncharted territory. It's definitely going to help him just get more time. It just sucks because, especially when you're young, I always say, like, even, like, the mental development, like, you don't realize how serious it is.
Oh, no, you can't get redrafted.
So what do? Just free agent or, like?
That's weird. Yeah, because I don't understand. I think it's just chasing a dream. Like, I always said this, like with Bronny, like, you're only going to be 20 in your 20s once. Yeah. Like, you're only going to be 19, 20, 21, 22. You skipped 4 beautiful years being with friends and laughing on the basketball team and going to football games and all these things, like, as a child. Like, to me, when you're in college, you're still, like, a child. So, like, you're skipping that to go to the league. Like, you're an adult now. Like, there is no, like, college life where you can mess up and have fun and mess around and, like, stay up super late and then, I have practice. Like, all of that is, like, gone. I don't understand why you would, unless you're, like, Cooper Flag, where it's, like, obvious. I don't get going 1 and done. 2 and done? Maybe. Okay. Like, you gotta be, like, maybe. But even then, like, we saw with Boogie, he did 5 years. Yeah. And even, like, where's he now? Italy, Turkey? I don't even know what country he's playing in. Jalen Hands, Turkey, Italy? I don't even know what country he's playing. Zaire Wade, last time I checked, he was in Africa. Like, I'm not saying these leagues are bad. Obviously, I would, hey, if y'all said right now, you can go play soccer in Italy, see y'all, peace out, Italy women's national team, whatever. Like, I'm playing in the Italian league. Obviously, I would do it to chase my dream, but, like, going too soon, it sucks because who's going to be honest with you? But everyone's always going to have their own opinion. Yeah. That's why I feel like, who do you listen to? Your coach? But then your coach is going to say, yeah, Jacoby, we have 10 5-star wide receivers.
Exactly.
You want to go to the league?
I know. It's just, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what's worse. It's like getting all these new recruits and like the transfer portal, fighting for a spot at a team like in college and risking that. But I'm like, I feel like once you make the decision to get to the NBA, to like, go and get drafted, it's like your chances of falling off are like even worse.
Yeah.
Like, you can always like bounce around in the transfer portal. Like, especially when March Madness comes around, there's so many teams that get looks just because of the way they perform.
Bro, Florida?
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I just feel like someone advised him wrong and now he's like suffering for it because he didn't perform as well as everyone thought he was.
Which I hate for him because he's not the only one.
Yeah.
But I do, like you said, like what comes next? Like, okay, you go to Grand Canyon. Even if you go back to UCLA, you can't get redrafted. So does the G League say, hey, we saw you play against college-aged guys.
Yeah.
We want you back? Like, I don't get that because you couldn't. I don't know. And also, like, you're young.
You're going to have to drop, like, 30 points. You're going to have a triple-double every
Literally,
game.
like, we've seen guys in NBA right now dropping 40.
Yeah.
McNuggets. I'd be like, wait, y'all, 40 piece McNuggets? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of players regret going 1 and done, which I am against. I don't think anybody should be allowed to, even Cooper Flag. Oh, he just turned 19? I see all those memes like, mind you, he's 19, and like same thing when Jason Tatum joined the Celtics. Like, mind you, he's 19. Like, I still think like minimum 2 years. Like, why they? I mean, I get why they have the rule for the women because there's not enough money.
Yeah.
Men, make them do 2.
Literally, at least. I'm like, I don't know.
Like, you're not gonna get this back. Like, I think I'm so nostalgic. That's why, like, forget NBA. Like, you're never gonna be in college again. Like, you can, but it's not the same. Like, everybody literally makes fun of Tusi for chasing his dream and going back.
Literally.
He didn't get to go to college. Like, bro, college was amazing for me.
I'm like, you learned so much in college too. Like, beyond just like developing these players, like beyond just your sport. It's just the people skills you learn,
bro.
Like, especially when you have like roommates and things like that, and just like being like responsible, like doing your work and getting up on time and just managing all these things. It just makes your future like easier. That's why like. Especially when they get these guys, like, especially in the NFL draft, and they're like, oh, like, they're missing practices, and they're doing this and that, and I'm like, you literally drafted someone who's 20.
Literally. Like, behavioral issues, I'm always like, nah.
He's young.
If that was never checked here,
literally.
In the house, and it made its way to college, and made it through college, I'm not drafting you.
Literally.
I'm not drafting you.
And then I have to look at the coach, because I'm like, was he doing this on your team? Like,
literally.
What's going on?
Don't let me hear about one behavior issue. Like, the things about Shador, I was like, I'm not hearing behavior. All I heard was, one guy said, this was the worst interview. Okay, one person. Other than that, I didn't hear none. Don't let me hear one, oh yeah, he's late to practice, or he doesn't really show up to, You don't live with the team, even though it's optional. Yeah, I'm not drafting you. Sorry.
I'm not playing, like, that stuff needs to be cut off, because I'm like, as soon as you're like, oh, you didn't make the practice, you didn't, no call, no show, you didn't say anything after, you're off my team. Like, I'm not playing with you. Like, what do you think this is?
The sense of entitlement is crazy.
Literally.
I wish college was free for all Americans. Like, there are people I know, like, from my neighborhood, even my city, and I'm like, you would thrive in a social setting. Like, you can tell, like, they went to high school, and then they just hang around with, like, there's 2 or 3 friends, and it's like, socially, you're deprived.
Yeah.
Like, college really does help you socially, like, expand your palette culturally. And, like, like you said, with, like, getting up and having organization, it's like, everybody needs this. Everybody needs this. It should be, what is it?
Like, mandatory.
A right.
Yeah.
Right? Is that right?
Yeah, like a privilege.
Not a privilege. A right.
Yeah.
But, alas, let's not dive into why college should be free. Now, speaking of free falling. Too soon? Lindsay, what are my Shayla? Everybody knows Lindsey Vonn, the GOAT, the Winter Olympian. If you don't even watch Winter Olympics, you know Lindsey Vonn. Name another Winter Olympian. I'll give you 3 seconds. Exactly.
Oh, we can.
Not you.
Oh.
The audience, guys. Anyways, if you said Shaun White, acceptable. But you said nothing, I knew it. Ooh. Now, Lindsey Vonn, the Lindsey Vonn, guys, she's had surgery on her leg 3 times before this injury. She tore her ACL 9 days ago, completely tore. It wasn't like, oh, there's a little ACL left, a crumb. No, she completely tore it in her left leg. And then, because it was completely torn, cleared in the sense that they said, well, there's nothing left to injure. So because it's completely torn, she made the decision on her own with doctors, of course, to compete in the Olympics. Because I forgot her age, but you know they say
41.
Mind you, I was gonna say never say a woman's age, never ask a woman's age. Wrong, just mean and terrible. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, she's 41, but still, the young, beautiful 41. She looks 12. So wait, too far. She looks 20. She decided to play, and then she injures her leg. Now she's getting surgery again, and she's completely out for the Winter Olympics. Would you have done it?
Listen, I don't think no. I think if they're like, there's nothing left to injure.
But she fractured her tibia, which is her shin, basically. So like, oh, your knee's great, but now her shin fractured. And if y'all ever had shin splits,
I'm sure for her it was worth it. It was like, let me like, there's nothing left to lose. I'm sure she was like, it can't get any worse than this, and then it did.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at her for trying, and I understand it's like you're right here.
Yeah.
Like,
you're 41.
The Olympics is
every
like,
4 years.
Literally.
Let's
be
be reasonable.
You look here like, I have to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not mad at her personally. No, I probably wouldn't have. Like, I know, like, the ACL is always different to me because people are like, oh, I can walk. Like, oh,
yes,
like,
it's so
it really,
weird.
it really
person
just,
to person.
Yeah. So I'm like, she's an athlete. She's 41. She knows her body at this point. So I'm like, I think she's the best person to determine, can I do this?
Yeah.
And then I know she said, like, oh, it wasn't because my injury. It was just like she landed.
Oh, and she hit a bump.
Yeah, she hit a bump.
It was brutal to watch.
So I'm like, I don't know.
Which sucks because if she didn't hit the bump, would she have just gotten a silver? Like, you didn't even know.
And you gotta think, like, I'm sure some people are like, is it the leg injury that made it so she couldn't recover from the bump?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a lot of things. Like, I'm like, it's just a sad story. It's one thing after the other.
And like fracturing your shin, like, y'all know your shin bone is hard.
Yes.
So falling, I know she was crying in pain.
Your tibia, that's literally your biggest bone. Like, oh my gosh, like, my little brother broke his playing soccer.
Please!
And that was the worst thing ever. So I'm like, I can't even imagine this with, like, an ACL. I know, like, the orthopedic surgeon was looking at her leg, like, what the hell are we going to do? I don't know. It's so sad. When I heard about it, it's just like, and we talk about like how women like for some reason are so like much more susceptible, and like they always like you always hear these injuries, and you're just like, it's like how is this even preventable? Like I hate this for her so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like me. I understand people being like she should have never done it.
I would have did it.
But I get it. Like when you're an athlete, like that's just your life. Like you've been training for this like, for years. It's like okay.
If it was anything else, like if it was my shoulder, obviously no, you need your arms. If it's like your rib, like if it was anything else, I'd be like, like I just have to skip it. But it's gone. The ACL's gone. Okay.
And we tell you like ACL, like we said, like you, like people can walk on it. So it's like it's not that she couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like it may be a little painful. I don't know. I feel so bad.
Yeah, especially because the Olympics isn't annual.
Yeah.
Like if it was annual, I'd be like, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Girl, you don't sit your butt down. Literally, like get out. But like now, fuck, like.
And then like it's like she just came. Like it was a comeback. So it's like.
That's why it might be sick. You're like, was she gonna retire after? I think a lot of people were saying like this was her last Olympics prior to the ACL tear. But now it's like, do you even have a choice?
Yeah.
Like I think because of her event, it's not like it's definitely strenuous. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like track where it's like I'm doing against 19-year-olds like running the 400. I think she could come back in 4 years.
It's skill for sure.
Yeah,
she has it.
And like 44, you can come back.
I just think it's about how that leg recovers.
Oh my god, girl. You're gonna have to tape it up, like.
But who is it? It was like Lonzo Ball got someone else's meniscus or something.
Bro,
I don't know if you can do that for
meniscus.
ACL. Like I don't know.
How is the repair?
ACLs are so different. I think it's that little like.
Yeah, but it's like, it depends on how it's torn.
Yeah,
that's why Mahomes, they were like, oh, it's not completely torn, he's gonna be in pain. No,
yeah, you can like go in and like.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if they're saying there's nothing. So
nothing
I'm like,
there.
what, is it like pieces or like what? Like,
I saw her comment. She was like, it was completely torn, nothing left.
I don't know.
I don't know enough about the body, but y'all, just sounds horrible. Sorry, I know my neighbors. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I would have done it.
A transplant.
I would have done it. But like, do you need it? Because one of our friends got her ACL, but she was walking around with this big boot like, yeah, I need surgery. But I was like, wait.
Well, ACL, it's good for like the lateral movement. So I'm like, she might. And then I'm like, I don't know how you operate with that over tibia. Like, I just feel like it's gonna be a long process because you
I do not play about my ankle, and I don't play about Achilles because, like with Juju Watkins, with Paige Beckers, like they said. Oh, Juju's ankle injury led to her ACL. And like bro, we can go list all of them. Dame, Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, Giannis. Calf injury leads to Achilles tear. So like with women, I'm doing all the ankle workouts I can possibly do. Like, please, because I don't play about that. I don't play about that. And y'all like watching lacrosse players and they're like,
oh, that's the worst thing ever.
That's why I don't play about strengthening, body strengthening, conditioning, yoga, flexibility, stretching. But I'm not going to say that's on her. I just think it's so sad, disheartening because
I'm sure emotions are high. She's probably like, I want this. Like, I can do it. And I'm sure she... And
I was with her. I was like, yes, let's go, Linz. And then, But, Valentine's, guys. Do you have a favorite Valentine's candy? I don't think there's like a candy specific to...
I'm trying to think. It's like sweethearts. I feel like kisses are a good one.
Yeah. I like the Christmas kisses. The mint.
Yes, those are too good.
Whoever made that,
yeah,
race. I don't know the Valentine's kisses. What are they?
I think they
just
the
outside.
I think they just decorate the little outside.
And Reese's, they just be doing the heart. They don't really add nothing.
That's what the candies be doing. They be original. They just be giving you a little.
Ooh, I had the crumble Dubai chocolate strawberry brownie. Oh, I love Dubai chocolate. Crumble, you did your big one. Sponsor us, please.
I was so fat.
It was delicious. I was fudgy. It was amazing, phenomenal. I don't know any other like companies doing like obviously Domino's is the pizza hard.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Chick-fil-A.
What do they do?
You haven't seen the little girl. You haven't seen that?
I'll measure her back size while she looks up whatever she's looking. Because we all knew about Domino's heart-shaped pizza, right? Us skinny folk.
Folk.
The bigger.
Okay, they do the heart-shaped trays, so you can do like the minis and the heart-shaped trays.
Y'all
don't.
The brownies. Don't. Y'all should have told me that.
Like a tray full of Chick-fil-A minis.
Y'all should have told me that. I'm not gonna lie. It's sick. It's sick. Big work. What did I say? Us skinny folk would never. She's just so big. That's diabolical. I don't know any other like romantic chocolate strawberry Valentine.
Oh yeah, you know the edible arrangements.
Oh yeah, they be doing that all season though.
That's true.
Well, we hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. If you're watching before, lock in now. Ask her now. Ask him now. Only if it's mainly a relationship. If it's their guys, but ask him now. Ask her now. Lock in. Be thoughtful.
I mean, you're a little late, but
yeah, super. But like, you know, thoughtful, kindness, compassion, and we'll see you guys next week as always. Oh yeah, freak. I forgot NBA All-Star Weekend. I mean, we kind of talked about it, but
I don't know. I'm disappointed.
USA versus the world.
A lot of the people I want to see are dropped out, so I'm like,
yeah. USA stars: Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Jalen Durant, Kate Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Tyrese Maxey, James Johnson. Y'all know I'm trying to read fast because I don't want to hold y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Kobe Johnson, sit down, look, and relax, and see that your brother is an all-star. You left us at USC, and where are you now? Traitor! Thank you very much. Anyways, I think the USA roster is weak. Let me just say.
I agree.
And dog. Devin, he's in his later years, but I don't know what he's going to get.
He's unk on this team, I can't lie.
For surely. Chat, I don't know what he's going to give. I think Jalen Durant's going to be hooping because it's his first. He's like excited. You know, like, let me show him. Cade, I think he's going to be hooping because he has to. Him and Ant. Jalen, I think because it's his first, he's going to be like, hoop. He got something to prove.
You got to hoop.
Tyrese, I think he's going to be hooping. Now, the USA unks, Jalen Brown, Kevin Durant, Brandon Ingram, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James. Oh, y'all just pulled the roster. It's two left. Jalen Brunson, De'Aaron Fox. I don't know how the unks are going to be.
I thought they said Steph was out.
Yeah, he's not playing. It says it.
Oh.
And De'Aaron Fox is replacement for Giannis. But Steph is not going to play. Brandon Ingram is replacing Steph. And De'Aaron Fox is replacing Giannis. I think Steph is just going to be there, but Giannis is going to be in the crowd. That's why he's still on the roster. I think USA Stripes got it. If they come to play.
They better. I'm so mad. Like, y'all know I love Steph. So, like, the fact that he's out, I'm like, what?
But, like, Bron and Kevin Durant, we've seen how they was hooping at Team USA versus
That's
France.
true, but if you watch the All-Star game, if
they
you
don't
know
be
defense,
playing, bro. They just be chucking it from the freaking arc. Nah. And then the world. Anyways, Luka, Jokic, Norman Powell. Get the whole out of here. Shay's not going to play, guys. Jamal Murray. How is he the world, mind you? Where's he from? Cat.
Canada or something?
Wemby, Pascal Siakam. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's obviously the main two are Wemby, Jokic, and then Luka. But like, they don't play defense.
Carl B. Noodle. When it come down to it.
If Cat, I don't know. Who do you think has it? I don't know.
Stripes. It's gonna be Stripes or
If Luka and Jokic and
they
Wemby
really
come to play,
it'll. Okay.
I'm mad that Shay's hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Because I wanted to see him and Luka ball out together.
I feel
and
like
Wemby.
Jokic, I don't think he cares.
Yeah, they don't really play defense.
And
they kind of like shuffle back. But I don't know. Okay, let's place bets. Because, guys, we were both wrong last week about the Gatorade color bets. Because you said...
I said green.
And I said yellow, but it was red.
Which, like, why would it ever be red? That is the last color I would pick. So now, so predictable.
Now we're going to play some bets. You think the stripes?
Okay, so I think the stripes. So because I think the stripes... Wait, go up. Scroll up.
I just don't know. It depends who comes to play, which is not fair. Like, if we taking these playoff teams, I have a different answer.
It's just hard because I'm like, do the Unks care? Because, like, I care, but I don't think they care.
I don't think the world's going to win it just given. But I think Wemby, Luka, and Jokic on a normal team. But, no. I think naturally the stripes.
Naturally stripes should win.
But if they don't, my vote is stars. But I'm going to say stripes to be safe.
Because you're saying stripes, I'm going to say stars.
That's fair. That's fair. Anyways, guys. We hope that you enjoyed the show as always. Again, enjoy your Valentine's Day. Enjoy your NBA All-Star Weekend. If you don't have access to NBA ESPN, just go and find it on Reddit.
Just comment down below and Janai will live stream it. No. Don't even worry, guys.
I'll charge $10.
That's actually great. She will be charging $10. We will leave our cash apps down below.
Venmo only.
Or Venmo. You can just let us know. Anyways, guys, as always, we appreciate you guys for watching. Hello, get out there. We're going to start transitioning into some basketball. I know it's been a long football season. Very exciting. Very great. It's come to an end. Y'all, you got to start watching now. I know you saw those Super Bowl commercials. If you want to bet, hello, you got to start watching NCAA basketball right now. March is coming up. Okay, y'all? We're going to have the brackets out. If you know, last year I was terrible. My bracket busted, I think, the first, 2 days? Just absolutely, completely, and utterly terrible, y'all. So, if you want to be like me and make some money, get out there and go ahead and do it. Y'all, watch the All-Star game, because we will be talking about it. And if Stripes don't win after I pick them, trust, I will be mad. Y'all, make sure you watch. If you didn't catch us live, number one, click the bell so you get a notification. Number two, go check us out down below. Same thing on Instagram, on TikTok. Janai posted a really good TikTok, y'all. Let's keep it popping off. Go down. Go ahead and check it out. We post TikToks all the time. If you guys missed it, don't worry. Get in the chat now. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the halftime show. Be nice in the comments. As always, y'all, we'll see you next week, same time as always.